Hi there, I'm Jonty Evans, as some of you will know, and a while ago Your Horse Live asked me to look at some videos for them, possibly of exercises that had helped me in my recovery, and also in to do with exercises that may well help other people. So things that we could both use, as it were. So this is a video to show you that. You will see, in the video you will see Art, who a lot of you will know. Art is Cooley Rog's Drift, and talk about his strengths for a minute. His strengths are that he would have a very adjustable canter, so it's like a car with a lot of gears. He's got a huge amount of gears, so he can canter very slowly, canter very big, as it were, small or bigger if you like, and so it is very adjustable. So it can make it quite tricky for the issues I've had, trying to keep everything level. Then you'll also see a horse called Joey, or Star Striker. Joey's experienced as well, and he is slightly less adjustable. He's quite locked on, as you'd say, and quite wants to do the job, and is quite difficult to adjust. So a smaller and bigger canter are not always an option. So just having levelness is possibly a bit easier with him, but you have to be aware that it's always a bit bigger. So the videos I want to look at, or the exercises we want to look at rather, they centre around having a pole before a fence. So a pole set, maybe in this instance I think it's 5 strides before the fence, and the idea would be that the rider then gets very used to what is level. And so my theory has been for a long time is that it's very, very important for a rider to understand what size of canter stride they're in. So it might be a bit small, it might be a bit big, but it might be level. And so the aim would be level, obviously, because all courses are built on a 4-yard canter stride. And so we can't go around altering the course, we have to alter the horse's stride. And so being able to make it smaller or bigger is going to be a massive skill, and being aware of where you are is a massive skill. And so the exercises I've chosen to use are, and have used a lot in my rehab, and also I use a lot in my training, are to try and make the rider aware of what is level. So let's have a look. So in the video here, you'll see Art, and he's walking. Now, what is very important is hopefully you will be able to see a bigger walk and a smaller walk. And so the idea would be that the rider can influence this, mainly with the seat and legs and the position. And so the rider can slow the walk down, and the rider can ride the walk forward. Now, in essence, it's not slowing it down, it's making it shorter and more active. Now, the dressage guys of you will see that, hopefully, and hopefully the rest of you will understand what we're trying to achieve. But it's important, I feel, to try and achieve it in walk first. So the video you've just seen is of Art cantering over 2 poles. The poles are set 5 strides apart, and it is very important the rider learns that this is level. Okay, now in the future there will be things like adding strides, so maybe 6 down there, and maybe even 4 down there, who knows, taking away strides. But at the first instance, to begin with, we need to learn what level is, and it will really help the rider if they find this and get used to it, massively used to it. They have to do it again and again. So here you'll see Art coming back to a dog leg, which is over low poles, and again is the emphasis is learning what the 5 strides are. So now you see Art coming down to another distance, which again is set on 5 strides. It can be set on any number of strides, but the 5 strides makes it level and makes you used to what the distance is. So now we're going to see on the video Joey. Joey's in a different venue, but he's doing basically the same thing. The pole, the 5 strides, the jump, and the pole again afterwards. Now, the importance of it being afterwards is that the rider needs to have the lovely level 5 strides coming in, so they might need to react, as in it might need to be a bit bigger, or no, it might need to be a bit smaller, excuse me. And then on landing from the fence, what's really important is that the rider then reacts, because as you can see with Joey, the canter is big when you land. And so the canter needs to be organized, come back into that place where you're going for level again. And so you are looking to find that canter to be mended, if you like, or repaired. And so then you meet the pole nicely. The pole always is like a fence, and the rider would be organized and the horse would be organized, and so everyone would meet the fence nice and level. So here you can see Art coming down to the same 5 stride distance with a fence, and we don't want any difference. We want it all to be exactly the same. So the same 5 strides just have to be a fence. And now you'll see that we've got a double instead of just a single fence, and so we move the same distance, the same 5 strides, and we move towards a double. Now, obviously there are options such as adding a stride or even taking away a stride, but you are aware of the 5 strides, so distance is the same, and you have that level approach. One important point to note, of course, is it doesn't have to be 5 strides. It can be any number of strides as long as they're level. That's the importance. They are level strides, walked out and measured properly. And so in the video now, you'll see Art coming in, jumping the double the other way, and with the pole on the landing side. And so again, just like with Joey, the emphasis is on the rider after the double to then mend the canter. Make sure the canter is the same as you arrived in. So you jump the double nicely, and you mend the canter, sorry, your body position comes up, you are balanced, and you have the canter come back to you. You can see in the video, I'm a little bit late. And this kind of thing, the awareness of the level stride is what's helped me so much. And I know it will help other riders. And it has helped me enormously in my recovery and getting to where we've got to. And the ability to find level, know that level is there, and you can go and get it. You can either move forward a bit or come back a bit. And that's been the biggest thing. And I think it's probably improved my reactions enormously in terms of coming back, or being able to jump a fence and then come back or go forward. And it's been able to improve my reactions before the fence as well. So it's allowed me the time to know that level is there and the stride is there, and to not have to rely on your eye for seeing a stride. And it's allowed me the time for my reactions to improve, and I think it will do the same for everyone else. Have fun. So now you can see Star Striker, who incidentally is owned by Danielle and Bill Brindle, jumping around the course in training. And what's important to notice is that the ideal is a level stride, but coping with the not quite level stride is very important as well. So being able to cope if the horse is a bit deep or a bit off is part of the riding, because we all want to be level, but whether we are all level all the time is another thing. So Star Striker again, or Joey again, and now we've moved up to a course in a different arena, a kind of competition type course, and we are hopefully applying the same reasonings, the same training aids, training principles to this. And finally, we have Art, or Cooley-Rugsdrift, jumping round a class at Prestige Equestrian in a show. And so this was only a week or so ago. And the whole point being to maintain the same training principles at the show. So then we have very level principles that we are aiming at getting, and we want to aim for them at the show. And so then it becomes easy to do, sorry. So that is our contribution, or one of them, and we hope you find it really useful. We hope that these kind of things are going to be really achievable for people, and really obvious that they will help. So enjoy it, have fun. Most of all, I'd like to thank everybody for their support. The support has been enormous, and so thank you very much for everyone for being behind me. And also a special mention for Joey and Art. They have been immense, and what they've dealt with and put up with, and hopefully now we can come back to some kind of normality.